10 years have passed since the dark day that Anakin Skywalker succumbed to the allure of the dark side, becoming Darth Vader. Now, he resided in his foreboding Mustafar castle, ruling the galaxy with an iron fist under Emperor Palpatine's control. The weight of his actions bore heavily upon him, but the Sith Lord found solace in the pursuit of power and control. He only desired to bring pain upon the galaxy, as he blamed everyone else for his suffering. One fateful evening, while meditating in his castle's dark chambers, Vader felt a peculiar disturbance in the Force. An ethereal voice beckoned him, calling him to the Mustafar cave deep beneath the planet's core, the very place where his life had changed forever. He followed the haunting call, his crimson lightsaber hilt clutched firmly in his hands. As he descended into the cave, the Force's grip intensified, pulling him into a realm beyond time and space. As he entered the cave, he heard voices calling to him. He meditated on this for hours as the voices spoke to him. Vader was following the will of the Force, unaware of what was actually happening. When he opened his eyes, he saw a giant portal that appeared to stop time. Vader was frozen in place at the things he saw. He saw visions of his past, present, and future, distant timelines that he may never encounter, and people whom he had never seen before. Finally, amidst the storm of memories, he saw her. Padme Amidala, his beloved wife, appeared before him as a shimmering Force ghost. Her presence was both comforting and unsettling, as memories of their happier days together flooded his mind.
Anakin,
She replied gently.
you must listen to me. We have little time.
Vader was completely hypnotized by the sight of his gorgeous wife, the person whom he had sacrificed everything for. He would do whatever she asked of him.
An ancient Sith spell exists, one that can bring back the dead, but it comes at a great cost. You must perform a ritual to harness the spell's power. However, I beg you not to attempt it, Anakin. The consequences are far too grave.
His eyes flickered with determination.
I will do anything to bring you back, Padme, to undo the damage I have caused.
The Force Ghost coached Vader into performing the spell to bring her back from the dead, explaining that he would need to reach deep within himself and use every ounce of strength that he had. Vader got to his knees and focused all of his power to this one decisive moment. Vader screams as the power grows too much as suddenly everything goes white. Vader believes that he has done it, finally got his wife, the person he cared so much for, but instead he had been deceived by another lie. As his vision returns, he expects to see his wife any second. His heart shattered when he sees the figure of Emperor Vitiate, an ancient Dark Lord of the Sith and Lord of the Eternal Empire. There was no Padme, only Vitiate playing tricks on Vader's corruptive mind.
Ah, the Chosen One seeks to change fate.
Vitiate's chilling voice echoed through the Nexus realm.
But meddling with life and death is a dangerous game.
Vitiate raises his fist as Vader is blown backwards and knocked to the floor. He attempts to get up, but Vader's power is severely diminished after attempting to resurrect Padme, leaving him nowhere near his normal strength. Vitiate pins Vader to the floor and rips his cybernetics off one by one, leaving him as Obi-Wan left him on Mustafar. Vader was consumed by pain, which rendered him unconscious. He was delirious, the Force playing tricks on his mind. He was unsure how long he had laid there, consumed by his thoughts and regrets. The portal was left open after Vitiate left, and during this time, a soft, radiant presence appeared before him. Padme's Force Ghost had returned.
I saw you, but Vitiate.
Vader's voice wavered, his emotions on the brink of overwhelming him.
I tried to contact you, Anakin, but that Sith took control over me. But I am here now to help you. We don't have long. We must hurry.
Padme, I'm so sorry I failed you. I failed our family.
Stop it, Anakin! Listen to me. I'm gone. I can never come back, but our children are still out there. You must find them and reunite all of us. It isn't too late to do what is right.
Alive? But how? I thought they died with you.
Bail Organa and Obi-Wan hid them from the Empire to protect them from the darkness that consumed you.
I thought I destroyed everything, that I lost any chance of happiness.
You still have a chance to make things right, Anakin. The past cannot be changed, but the future can. Embrace the light within you and let go of the darkness. Your family needs you.
Everything changed in this moment. Suddenly, Vader felt a pull to the light. He stared into Padme's eyes, and as they began to tear, she had achieved what she came here to do.
I will always love you, Annie.
And with that, she grabbed his cheeks and the room faded into a blinding white light. Vader woke, not knowing if he saw Padme in a dream or whether it was real life. He then looks at his arms and legs, once again all attached, and he knows his wife must have healed him. But as he stares at his body, he feels an object within his grasp. It looks like a weapon, but he had never seen anything like it before. During her years on the other side, Padme had watched over ancient Sith entities who fought and debated their power. During this time, Padme was able to steal this weapon from the Sith Lord Darth Vader. Before Vader stood up, he thought about what he had just learned. He had children out there. He had to fight and fix everything that he had destroyed so that his family could give him another chance. He had his mission. He returned to Coruscant where he hoped to search for Vitiate. He went to his master's office to inform him of a Sith Lord ravaging the galaxy. But as he entered his office, he saw Palpatine lying dead on the floor with Vitiate standing triumphantly over him. Vader immediately ignites his lightsaber.
It is most impressive that you survived. I have watched you for many years, Lord Vader. You are powerful, but you lack true connection to the Force. A connection that can only be achieved when you have the ambition of a true Sith.
Vitiate ignites his lightsaber and leaps for Vader. Vitiate was a beacon of death, a symbol of tyrannical evil that would murder anyone in his path. His lightsaber skills were highly advanced, yet held no power compared to his immense Force abilities. He swung with all of his might, trying to gain an edge on Vader. As the duel progressed, Vitiate's power only increased and became deadlier. As he reached his peak, he summoned spirits of fallen Sith Lords, their ghostly forms swirling around him, ready to do his bidding. Vitiate had spent time in the afterlife and had ruled over the dead Sith, learning how to resurrect and use them to his advantage. Vader stood firm, channeling his inner strength and connection to the Force. As the battle reached its climax, Vitiate attempted to engulf Vader in a vortex of darkness, seeking to consume him entirely. But when all hope seemed lost, Vader reached out for the weapon that Padme had given him and pointed it directly at Vitiate, causing him to freeze and his Force powers to stop.
You are an abomination, not meant for this world. It is time for you to return where you came from.
The Force entities around him disappeared, and a blinding light around Vitiate was created. He began to scream as his life force exited his system. He collapsed to the floor dead. Vader stood over the Sith Lord. The thought of his recent experiences encapsulated his mind. He thought of Padme and the incredible moment he shared with her. She still loved him despite all of the atrocities he had committed. But then Vader thought of his children. He thought they were dead. His following actions would be done with the intent to restore peace to the galaxy and locate his children. Vader's searches eventually brought him to Tatooine and Alderaan, where he located his children. Obi-Wan couldn't forgive his old friend. The damage he had caused left a permanent scar in his heart. Vader explained that he was taking the children and that they would be safe with him. Though reluctant, they knew that Vader had returned to Anakin Skywalker, and eventually, Obi-Wan and Bail Organa decided that it would be best for the children to remain with their father. Vader asked Kenobi to join him, and they can mend the wounds caused over the last decade. But Obi-Wan rejected. Instead, he joined Bail on his quest to restore the Republic back to its former glory. On Coruscant, Organa is voted in as the new Supreme Chancellor of the Republic. The coming years will be full of difficulties as he attempted to navigate the path of returning the Republic back to a peaceful beacon. Obi-Wan began the daunting task of rebuilding the Jedi Order and learning from the mistakes of old. He separated the Jedi from the Senate and made it so that there could never be such an uprising as there was with Chancellor Palpatine. They had endured and lived through the tragic era of the Empire and prevailed. With his children at his side, Anakin retreated to a remote and desolate planet far from the prying eyes of the galaxy. There, he sought to give his children a chance at a life free from the ideologies of the Jedi and the Sith. Anakin spent the rest of his days with his family, living in the love he had once thought lost forever. The future remains uncertain, but with his children by his side, he was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing that they would do it together as a family, guided by the Force and the enduring power of love. If you enjoyed today's video, you must watch What If Anakin Spoke to Qui-Gon, or What If Count Dooku Killed Obi-Wan. Please check out our Discord page if you would like to be active within the community and discuss all things Star Wars. I hope you all enjoyed, and may the Force be with you.